Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much for a warm response. And today we are celebrating the World Mental Health Day. So my first question to you guys is, what do you think is mental well-being? And Madhya, what do you think? How can we bring it to our organizations?
So how can we bring it to our organizations? I think organizations are also made of humans only. So whatever is mental well-being is, it's all about humans. So creating it starts with, I think, a culture. Celebrating World Mental Health Day is very good. There's going to be a huge noise around this month, obviously. But what about November? What about December? What about the year after that comes? So I think it starts with building a culture of empathy, of understanding, to actually enhance mental health at workplace, because there is no doubt, there's already a lot of research that mental health affects your organization's profits, your organization's future long-term goals. So I think it comes from a place of sincerity from the top management to the bottom, and they will then can build the culture of empathy and understanding to enhance well-being at workplace.
Please clap for her. Thank you. So according to World Health Organization, जो आप सब ने कहा, it is very meaningful, or exactly this is what World Health Organization also talks about. World Health Organization says that mental well-being is one of the states of well-being. This is a state where the individual feels safe. This is a state where an individual feels productive, and this is one of the states where an individual can give back to the community, give back to the organization, give back to the people, around the ones who's that this individual working with. And the question that I asked, how can we bring it to our organizations, rather than me telling it that how we'll be doing it, you guys will be doing it yourself right now. It's one of the very simple ways. So I have this material that is no longer for use with us. So हम इस पेपर को जो हमारे इतने इस्तेमाल में नहीं है, उसको मैं आप सबको एक एक करके दूंगा और फिर बताऊंगा कि उसके साथ क्या करना है. So let's do this, take one and pass the rest. Alright, so अब आपने करना क्या है? आपने करना ये है कि आप सबके पास एक एक पेपर है. What you have to do is create something meaningful out of it. Alright, and you can't draw. What you have to do is make. That is, for example, just giving an example, that you can make a flower out of it. Alright, a jahaz, an aeroplane, anything that is meaningful to you. Let's make that. Alright, so you have exactly 7 minutes to do it. I would say if plane has come as your first thought in your mind, think more. Make it more meaningful. Use help of Google, YouTube, there are a lot of ideas outside. Yeah, and make it beautiful, make it meaningful. Alright? Any questions? कोई सवाल है तो आप पूछ सकते हैं. बस. Alright, thank you Madhya, thank you everybody. आप लोगों ने जितना भी किया बहुत अच्छा था. Thank you. Thank you. अच्छा. So, alright, let's get back. So whatever you have made, I think it's beautiful, it's amazing. But what you have to do now is that you have to give it to somebody. You have to give it a gift. But before you give a gift, before you give the gift, I would request that you show what you have made और उसकी क्या meaning है. Because as I said कि उसकी कोई ना कोई मीनिंग होनी चाहिए, कोई ना कोई पर्पस होना चाहिए, कोई ना कोई वैल्यू होनी चाहिए उसकी. तो प्लीज़ वो समझाएं कि आपने क्या बनाया है. So let's start from Kabir. Alright. Let's listen to him, please, Kabir.
I'd say you give as immature as possible.
Right, that's amazing. Kamuzna, what have you made?
I made it envelope,
Yeah.
and this could carry anything between things.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think what you guys have done is amazing. Whatever you have done, it takes a lot of heart, it takes a lot of effort, और आपने वो बनाया है. But now आपने जो भी बनाया था, I would request कि आप जिसको भी इस सर्कल में से किसी को देना चाहते हैं, whoever means more to you, whoever has more value to you, or it can be a random person as well in the group. So आपने जो बनाया है, let's give it out to somebody. वो क्या कहते हैं, शर्त ये है कि आप अपने बराबर वाले को नहीं दे सकते जो आपके बिल्कुल राइट या लेफ्ट पे बैठा है. सो यू हैव टू मेक सम एफर्ट एंड गिव इट आउट टू समबडी एल्स जिसके बराबर में आप नहीं बैठे. ऑलराइट. So let me show you a fact. Let me show you something, and that is, I was doing this research that I found that according to EY's 2023 Work Reimagine survey, they found out that trust, empowerment, and care, this reduces the likelihood of somebody quitting their job by 40%. So wo jo mental, yeah, and these are the pillars of पढ़ लिया. So these are the pillars of facilitating somebody's mental well-being. These are the pillars that make them feel more connected. These are the pillars that could facilitate them कि जब उनको, जैसे आप लोगों ने कहा, उनको जब स्ट्रेस हो रहा होता है, उनको जब वो वर्क प्लेस पे कनेक्टेड नहीं फील करते, these are the few things that help them feel connected. And coming back to the question that I'd asked, how can we bring it to our organizations? Such sort of activities are one of the things that we can do. These sort of activities bring inclusion to the organization. These sort of activities bring people together. This helps them laugh together. और जो आपने जो तोहफा दिया ना एक दूसरे को, so कहते हैं when you give more you get more. So we can also be selfish about it. We can give in order to get, and I think if you will give more, eventually be getting more. And when you will give, people will be feeling happier, people will be feeling connected, people will trust you. And this was one of the things that we could do. Second and most important is that to listen. That if you have some time, अगर आपके पास थोड़ा सा वक्त है, आप थोड़ा सा वक्त निकाल सकते हो, तो वो किसी ने कहा है ना कि दुनिया फटने को तैयार है पर सुनने वाला कोई नहीं. And if you could be that one सुनने वाला to that individual, to that people around you, I think you and I can do magic. आप और मैं वो सारी चीज़ें कर सकते हैं जो शायद में भी बड़े बड़े कंसल्टेंट्स नहीं कर सकते उस इदारे के लिए. और वो है कि हम एक दूसरे के साथ बैठ के अगर एक दूसरे की बातें सुन लें और समझ लें, दैट पर्सन वुड फील इवेंचुअली बेटर. और उससे इवेंचुअली फ़ायदा आपका ही है. फरासत, जब आप किसी के साथ बैठ के उसकी बात सुनेंगे, उसकी प्रॉब्लम्स को सुनेंगे, सो इवेंचुअली फ़ायदा आपका ही है, बिकॉज दैट्स हाउ यू विल बी एबल टू बिल्ड अ कल्चर. और उस कल्चर का फिर इवेंचुअली पार्ट आप भी होंगे. फैसिलिटेट द बिजनेस, reduce the iteration, turnover, help people be more productive, and that workplace will eventually become, or might eventually become, a favorite place for people to be, because that's where they'll be feeling connected. And why we feel connected is through all of such activities, and while we can trust each other. So if we could practice it at our organizations, if we could go back at our homes and do this thing, so I think we can eventually facilitate people कि उनकी जो mental well-being है वो हमारे थ्रू कैसे बेहतर हो सकती है और वो इन processes के थ्रू हो सकती है. Any questions, please?
Another realization that I've had here, जो भी item है, ये
जो भी ये हम सब ने बनाया खूबसूरत, तो इसकी फेस वैल्यू मैटर नहीं करती. हम जब भी किसी को तोहफा देते हैं, हम किसी की ज़िंदगी में कोई भी वैल्यू ऐड करने लगते हैं, तो हमेशा उसको बिलिटल कर देते हैं, नहीं यार इसकी. बट व्हाट रियली मैटर्स इज़, अभी इतना अच्छा लगा हम सब ने एक्सचेंज किया, मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा, और वाकई लगा कि एक दूसरे से हमने गिफ्ट एक्सचेंज किए हैं. व्हाट मैटर्स इज़ इंटेंट, किस नीयत से दिया है, उसमें क्या, उसके पीछे क्या कहानी है. ये तो पीसेस ऑफ पेपर हैं, सब ने अपनी अपनी कहानी बताई, तो इसकी वैल्यू कितनी बढ़ गई है, राइट? इसके पीछे एक मीनिंग है. सो इट रियली डिपेंड्स ऑन पीपल टेलिंग द स्टोरी एंड अदर्स पेइंग अटेंशन टू द स्टोरी, एंड इंटेंट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड वन मोर थिंग इज़ दैट अगर आप दें सिर्फ देने के खातिर, गिफ्ट टू गिफ्ट करें, तो उसका कॉन्सिक्वेंस यू गेट, I mean automatically it happens, but the focus should be to give to give, and that is abundance mindset. और अगर ये हो जाए organizations में, तो thank you.
And I think a point that you raised facilitated me in thinking of one more thing, is that कि जैसे आपने मज़ेदार बात की ना, so this paper is no more of use to us, and I feel bad while I say this, but a lot of times we also feel this way for people around us कि अब this person can't contribute, this person ये तो कर ही नहीं सकता, और इसकी कैपेसिटी ही नहीं है. but we didn't give it a shot. But as soon as you and I would put in an effort on things, those things could turn out to be valuable. If this is only a piece of paper, and imagine you saying that or we saying that to humans जिसको अल्लाह ने अशरफ बनाया है, so हर किसी की capacity है कुछ ना कुछ contribute करने की. It might be that that individual might have lost the spark. If you have the spark, give it to them, and they could also be as meaningful and as valuable as those gifts are. So thank you so much for being with me on the journey. Thank you.